What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be testing out a new product from Kat Von D. This is the new Lash Liner liquid liner. It looks like a weapon. Essentially, this is meant to be a liquid liner for your waterline and your tight line. The idea being that it's going to be super long wearing, it's more comfortable to apply than a pencil, and that the liquid will kind of like go in between the little gaps in your eyelashes where it's very difficult to get like a black pencil or something. So we're going to put that to the test today. I'm going to apply it to my eyes, see how we like the application, and then I'm going to do a wear test throughout the day. So I'm going to just run errands, go to the gym, and I'll check in with you guys periodically to let you know how it's going. I'm going to try to keep it on for as long as I can. I'm assuming we're probably going to get to about 10 or 11 hours on it, because usually by the time midnight rolls around, I really got to take my makeup off. Before we get started on the application, please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second to do that, because it really helps me out and I would super duper appreciate it. And also, if you are new here, go ahead and feel free to subscribe, because you might forget later and then you'll be upset, and then I'll be upset that you're upset because I get upset about that, and then we can just avoid that by you doing it now. I think that's all we have to talk about before we get started on testing this new product, so let's zoom in and see how this bad boy applies. Okay, so for my makeup look today, I intentionally went ahead and did a look that was like very, very light around the eyes, so that if this runs, we are going to see it. We will see it all over this peachy color. The peachy color is Bolero from the Nabla Soul Blooming palette, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. This is what it looks like inside. I actually like the packaging a lot. I think it's really cool. And the wand is like a doe foot, but it looks crooked. So I'm wondering if it's soft. Very interesting. Don't really know what to make of this so far, but I guess we won't know until we try it on the eyes. So before I sat down to film this video, I wanted to make sure that I knew how it was meant to be used. So I watched the video that Kat Von D Beauty put out with Just Call Me Tara, and she demonstrated how she uses it. And essentially she just painted it into her lash line, but she did tend to wipe some of the product off on the rim and like make sure it wasn't too much before she went in. So I'm gonna try doing it without doing that first, and then doing that and then seeing which way I like to do it better. So I'm gonna zoom us in uncomfortably tight, so we can see right into my lash line and see what's up. Hi. All right, there's the applicator. I haven't wiped anything off. I'm gonna go right into the waterline. So some of it did get into my eye, so I'm thinking that maybe Tara had a point there. But just before I do that, just note, this is soft and like bendy and floppy, which makes it a lot more comfortable to stick in your eye than a lot of other things, because sometimes when I use a pencil to do something like this, it stabs me. So I wiped some off this time, and I'm going to pull my lash line down and paint into the lash line with the product. I just poked myself. It also is not running into my eye as much now that I wiped some of it off, but my eye is watering a little bit because I poked it, which I guess we cannot blame on the liner. We're just gonna have to wait for my eyeball to drain. Okay, that side was a lot easier. No burning, no poking. I don't feel like it's making my eye water at all. And it's really weird because it is liquid, but it sticks to the waterline instantly. I don't know how that works. I don't understand, but it works. I'm gonna go ahead and do another coat on this side and see how it layers. See if we can get it a little bit like darker and blacker and richer. Ooh. It layers really, really nicely. That's super, super black on my waterline now. I'm going into the tight line here. I'm gonna try to make sure like I get it between my upper lashes, because I think like part of the beauty of the idea of this is that with a liquid, you should be able to really get into your upper lash line and not have any gaps. I'm a little scared to do the inner corner and the top because that's where my eyes are really ticklish. Here it goes. Okay, wow, that was way easier than it usually is with a pencil. And also it looks way more complete and there are no gaps. So far, really good. I feel like that gives me way less gaps in my lashes than most liners do. And it's a lot easier to put on because it's like soft and bendy and it doesn't stab your eyeball out of your head. So far I like. So far that was a lot easier to use than I expected. It was a lot more comfortable to apply because it has like a nice soft touch to it. It didn't really bleed into my eyes, which I thought was, but like that's, how does the liquid not get into the liquid of the eye when it's touching the liquid of the eye? I don't know, but it works. One thing I really like about it, in opposition to like a traditional pencil through your tight line, is that the liquid formula gets in between every little eyelash. So it gives you like a really, really complete line across the top without like stabbing yourself in the eye to get the pencil in there. So I really like that. I think it's a very interesting new way to do this. And as long as it wears well, it's definitely a better way to do this because my eyes are a lot more comfortable than they usually are after applying that much liner into my tight line especially, but also my waterline. And my upper waterline looks black as shit. Like it's not, there's like pretty much zero gaps in it except on the top here where I didn't put enough liquid liner on the top portion, which is a separate issue altogether. That's a me problem. I'm gonna pop on my lashes and just finish my makeup for the rest of the day. And I'm not gonna do an immediate check-in because this is not something that's gonna look different in natural light. So I'm gonna wait a few hours and check in with you guys after I run a few errands, but before I go to the gym because I am going to a 45-minute spin class followed by a 45-minute yoga class tonight, and I'm going to wear the liner through that class. And I know that sounds like a terrible idea, but what better way to test it out? Like that's like, usually I do these things and I wear this stuff to spin class and I just look like that bitch in spin class with the full face of makeup on. But today, we're going extra, so we're gonna get real sweaty. We're really gonna put this to the test. So I will check in with you guys immediately following that class, and then we'll do one more final check-in tonight before I go to bed. Oh, and by the way, it is 12:40 p.m. when I'm finishing this up, so that is when the wear test starts from. Okay, it is 4:34 p.m., which means we are just under 4 hours from when we first applied the eyeliner. And I have to say, even though it has been an especially rainy, windy day, my eyes have been watering a little bit, I have been getting a lot more seepage than I was expecting to. Just to zoom you guys in tight around the eye area, the corner of this eye, ooh girl, it is running. It is running. I also have a little bit of a smudge on the inner corner here, nothing too crazy, but this eye, ooh, bitch, no. My eyes were watering a lot today because it's very windy out. There've been a lot of thunderstorms. I've been out and about running errands, whatever. I feel like it hasn't really held up any better than like a pencil liner would under those conditions. So as far as that's concerned, I'm not like super majorly impressed so far with the wear time. I'm gonna clean this off before I go to the gym. Not clean it off, but like just like, you know, clean up the outer corner just because I feel like rolling into the gym with a full face of makeup is one thing, but like rolling into the gym with a fucked up full face of makeup is a whole other thing. So I am gonna dab that away before I leave, and I'll check back in with you guys afterward. But so far, I mean, it's not bad. It's not like, oh, this is a deal breaker. I do like the way it applied still, so it's still, I would say, has like a little bit of an advantage over pencil liners, but as far as the wear time, I'm not fully convinced that it is much better than any of the pencils that I normally wear as of right now. So we'll continue for the rest of the day. Charlie, can you not make such weird noises in the background? He's so weird. So I'm gonna continue wearing it for the rest of the day. I'll check back in with you guys in a couple hours after I'm done with the gym, and we'll see what's up. Whew, okay, it's a little after 7 and I just got back from the gym, and all things considered, this entire face held up really well considering what I just did a lot. But the eyeliner is definitely, it has moved. It's not perfectly where I put it. It did kind of leak out the corners again, even though I wiped that away. And let me zoom in and show you like the waterline itself. The waterline itself, it doesn't look bad, but like, it's not perfect, you know? It's not really any better than any pencil liner would have held up. So yeah, it's not bad. It held up pretty well, but truthfully, it doesn't seem to really hold up better than like, a really good pencil eyeliner does for me. And by a really good pencil eyeliner, I mean something along the lines of the Anastasia Dark Side Liner Pencil, the Urban Decay 24/7 Liner Pencils, or the Benefit Bad Gal Pencil. All of those last just as well as this in my waterline. I'm gonna keep it on for the rest of the evening until I have to go to bed, so I will do one more check-in, but at this point, I can say for sure that it's not, it's not anything special as far as wear time goes. 10:57 p.m., which brings us to about 10 hours or so of wear time. I'm really shocked, actually, that any of my makeup even looks remotely discernible as a makeup look right now, because I have just been putting this through every type of shit you could put your makeup through today. It got rained on, it got sweated on for like 2 hours, and I cried. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. I'm just a little hormonal, but straight up, I cried quite a bit, I cried. Looking at it in the mirror, considering all of those things, I think it wore well. I would say that it didn't wear as well in the short term as I thought it was going to. Like, it definitely bled a little bit out of the corner of my eye when my eyes were watering. It definitely, it kind of had like a little bit of a schmutz in the inner corner after a few hours over here. But as time went on, I think it did last better than most pencils long term into the later hours of the wear test. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Do I think it's gonna revolutionize your waterline forever? No, probably not. I really think I like it for tight lining because I do feel like it really got in there between my lashes and made everything look very solid, and there were no gaps, especially for somebody like me with very fair skin. And I don't look that fair right now because I have fake tanner on, but naturally I'm very, like, pretty pale. So, like, the gaps, they show, you know, when you have black eyelashes and white skin in between, you really see it. The applicator was a lot more comfortable than going through my waterline and my tight line with a pencil, so it definitely has its pros. Just as far as how it wears, I feel like I was expecting it to either be a complete fail or be a lot better than it is, and it's just kind of somewhere in the middle. So I don't dislike it. I definitely will keep using it. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see what's left, because, you know, it's still decent. It still looks pretty decent. Like, it's not perfect, and there's definitely some missing, but, like, I don't know, it's fairly acceptable from a distance at least. It's good, but for something to be so strange and so unique, you would think that it would really, like, change your whole world, and I just think that this is like, oh yeah, that's a good eyeliner. I like that eyeliner. Like, nothing super crazy, but it's pretty good. But anyway, that's where it stands. That's how I feel about it. I think that it's pretty good. I'm not mad at it. It's also, I'm not going to tell you to run out and immediately buy it, but I think that it could be helpful for you if you have a really hard time applying liner to your waterline, because it is a lot more comfortable. So as far as the application is concerned, I was super impressed with it. At first, I did poke myself in the eyes a little bit, and I did put a little too much on and get like a little bit of a watery eye situation happening, but following Tara's advice from the video on the Kat Von D channel, after wiping it off, it definitely applied much better, which, if that's the case, I'm not sure why they don't just make the mouth of the bottle smaller so it wipes more off as you pull it out, but it is what it is. So I would definitely recommend, when you're applying it, to wipe a little bit off on the lip of the container first. And also, you know, maybe don't just like jam it directly into your eyeball the way I did once or twice. That will definitely help it be more easy to apply. But outside of that, I found it to be a lot nicer and gentler on my eyes than doing it with a pencil. Even nicer than doing it with a soft gel pencil, like the Benefit Bad Gal pencil and the Anastasia Dark Side pencil are two of my favorites for doing this type of application, because they are on the softer side and they're easier to work through the lashes, but they still are way more difficult to work through the lashes than this is. So let me know, after seeing the wear test, after seeing what I thought of the application, what do you guys think? Is this something that you're going to check out? I would love to hear about it in a comment down below. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because that really helps me out and I would super duper appreciate it. And also, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, because I would love to have you stick around for future videos. If you feel for some reason that maybe you want to keep up with me between videos, please go ahead and follow me on social media. I am at Ms. Quinface on pretty much every platform, but my biggest platform that I use the most is Instagram. all my behind the scenes PR unboxing, polls, all sorts of things, Q&As, all goes on Instagram stories. Instagram stories is like kind of where it's at right now. I'm really enjoying it, pretty much better than any other platform. So come follow me over there. Let me know you came from YouTube. I would love to have you part of like the little Instagram crew. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.